Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. You really want to find something that is both comfortable and sturdy. Comfortable because you don't want to be worried about how your body feels during the practice. It can be a distraction. You want to feel a sense of stability as well, because then it feels like you're grounded, like you're here to stay, not about to just go do something else right after this, because then your mind will be on the future and you won't be practicing. You won't be in the moment. So sitting in a chair achieves this goal. You can even sit in a formal meditation posture on the floor. Lie down if you need to, but though, just don't fall asleep. Just find what works for you. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. But if you feel more comfortable practicing with your eyes closed, or you've learned to do it that way, go ahead and do so. There are no hindrances here. But if your eyes are open, leave the screen alone and drop your gaze gently down below you. Just glancing lightly at the floor or the desk or whatever is just below you. We're not concentrating or focusing on the floor, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. It's a gentle gaze directed softly downwards. You're in a sturdy and comfortable position. And your eyes are either closed or open, gaze softly downwards. Let go of your day so far. All the things you have to do and accomplish, all the things you've done already, just leave them alone. And settle your attention clearly here and now. We're not doing anything special. We're just letting our day be its own thing. And noticing this moment just as it already is. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do, and no one to become. Just rest here. And chances are I'm probably interrupting you right now, thinking, talking to yourself, remembering something, worried about something, whatever. And this is just a habit. We have been trained to pay attention to thoughts. So we believe thoughts are something we do. They're mine. But they're not. Thoughts happen all by themselves in the same way that your heartbeat happens all by itself. And therefore, we don't need to quiet our thoughts. We don't need to clear our mind. None of that is necessary. But we can leave thinking alone. Stop giving it our full attention. And notice thoughts for what they really are. Simply the manipulation of symbols and language in the head. Nothing more. And a great tool to do this is, of course, to bring our attention away from thinking to something easy to pay attention to, and something that only happens now. Bring your attention to the breath, wherever you feel it the most. Notice the subtle sensations of breathing. And instead of paying attention to this next thought, stay with the breath, rising and falling. And I'm probably catching you thinking again, forgetting the breath. And that's okay. When you notice that you're lost in thought, gently return to breathing. Thoughts don't have to be quiet for you to notice the breath. Just follow the sensations of the breath with a relaxed and effortless attitude. Come back. Come back to breathing. Are you thinking? Lost in words? What exactly notices thoughts? What is it that gets lost in thought? Usually we want to say me, I. And we say this with such confidence that it is real and obviously real. But can it be found? The one you feel yourself to be, the person, the story, is it there? In the same way you found the breath, point the attention towards you. What are you? Turn the attention back. Where does it come from? Is there something really to be seen? Or is there absolutely nothing there? What do you discover? Leave thinking alone. What are they talking to? What are these thoughts referring to? Who's listening to them? What's listening to them? What hears this voice? If you don't understand, good. Stay there. Stay not understanding. Completely don't know. And rest. All right, you can look at the screen. If you don't know how to leave thinking alone, then you will try to solve all of your problems by thinking about them. And most of our problems are created by thinking about them, or rather by thinking in general. Now, I tend to repeat myself quite a bit, but it's an important thing to understand that thoughts are not you. And practicing leaving our thoughts alone is a great way to actually learn that, because my words saying this won't help you. But seeing this clearly that you're not your thoughts is far more important. Thinking is this product of evolution. We are still the same as we were, I think, 200,000 years ago, physiologically and mentally. And so these brains have evolved in a world that was in constant terror. You get a nick in your finger, you're dead, maybe. What's that rustle in the bushes? Is that the wind or is that a tiger? Everybody dies at like 30, usually in the infancy. But there's just a constant state of needing to be on the lookout and needing to improve things. Things aren't good enough now, let's make them better. They're not good enough now, let's make them better. So this mind that has evolved is the same from all the way back then. But we have it here in our modern world. And I'm assuming right now you're not running from tigers. You're probably sitting in a room in a comfortable area full of modern society, looking at a phone or a screen that you don't know how to make because it's been given to you. But this mind that is so seeking problems doesn't know what to do with itself. So it creates them by worrying about social circumstances. You look on Instagram, you look at your friends, they have better lives than you. You worry about your own well-being and worry that, oh, well, is that pain in my leg? Is that cancer? We start creating things. Work is so stressful, I don't know what to do about work. And then if I get here, then I can't do that. And then just this constant stream and stacking up of stress. And it's amazing when you practice meditation, which I don't like that word because there's so many associations. I should really just call it attention practice, learning to just pay attention to something else. But when we learn to leave thinking alone, we learn that thought has been creating 99% of the problems in our lives. It's not the problems actually are real, it's just our incessant thinking about them. And the attachment to those thoughts and the identification to those thoughts. So when we learn to sever that tie with thinking, then you just see thinking like you notice it like the sound of birds outside your window. It's just this thing going on, but it's not real like we believe it to be now. Most of your problems can be solved if you learn to be quiet. Not quiet in the sense of actual silence from sound, but quiet in the sense of peace from thinking, not being clouded by thoughts. Because a lot of us feel like there's nowhere to turn. We feel stuck in life. All we have to do is sit and be quiet. Watch what happens. Then we leave thinking alone. And then we see, what is it that sits here? What is it that watches this video? What is this little eye center thing that we really feel ourselves to be? Is that real? Is that a thing? Or is it more thinking? We wake up from words. wake up from the dream of being me by simply being quiet. Thank you for showing up today. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.